Hello my War Thunder enthusiasts, Dirty Bunny here. I'll be bringing you some F80c shooting star gameplay in realistic battles. For the start, I would like to apologize for my shitty microphone. I'm using my webcam as a microphone, so I'll be sure to fix that in the near future. And the goals of these videos will be mostly tutorials, tips and tricks, how I generally fly aircraft, mostly jets. I will try to cover some prop gameplay as well, if needed. For this instance, we'll be flying on Bulge. We are flying on Bulge, and as you can see, I'm switching and starting to climb south. I don't like going straight into the enemy, especially not on Bulge, because as I saw on the team, they are mostly consisted of 163s, 162s, and 262s, which can be a problem if you are caught on low speed. I did notice that in this video I'm missing the sound in the game. I probably forgot to press the multi-channel record. I hope you don't mind that. For now, I'm just keeping track of who else is spawning in the game, so I know for at least I can speculate what kind of enemies I can expect. I see there's a Venom in our team. He's probably gonna carry the whole game. As you may notice, none of my teammates is climbing this way, which can be a problem. Not for this mid-tier jets, but for late tier it can be a huge issue. Now I'm starting to accelerate over 700. Note that I am using the speed, not the IAS indicator for airspeed, so it may be lower for you. Our start to zoom climb around 800 kilometers. 20 degrees should be more than enough to zoom climb. The only problem with the F80 is that it performs much better at low altitude. So you don't want to climb too much, because you start to lose performance significantly. 3,000 to 4,000 meters should be more than enough. But Bulge is quite a high ground map. It's even when you're sitting on runway, you're on by default on 800 meters, so 4,000 is not that much. That's why people are mostly saying that they climb better at Bulge. They forgot that they're starting at 800 meters already. Yeah, we're almost reaching 4,000 meters right now. Note that this is post-commentary, so sometimes I'll mix up and say something in the present, something in the past. It can be confusing. Okay, I'm turning around. Okay, while we're flying around waiting for the enemies to appear, I would like to share some impressions about the F80 in general against certain nations. Well, for the Germany, you won't have all the problems unless I mean the main enemy, your arch nemesis on the mid tier would be 163 if it ever appears. I haven't seen them a lot, even though I have seen CLs and MiG-15s. So they are probably the worst thing you have ever faced in this jet, because you can't do much against it. You can actually, of course, make them overshoot the rolling scissors and the head-ons, but that's mostly the part of. That's not the point. Even though I do enjoy flying against them like that. For the Russians, their LA-15s and MiG-9s. The only problem I have with the LA-15s is that they can outturn you on high altitude, and on the MiG-9s that they can outrun you in a straight line sometimes. So I'm not sure why. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The main problem are the British on Hokkaido, of course, because of the amazing CGs and the Mark IV G, the long wing. Against the long wing, you literally can't do anything. because it has better ornament and better turn time, better climb rate, or really nothing you can do against it. You can really just hope for a pilot snipe on the head-on. Similar situation is with the Mark III CGs, but at least you can force him to break his wings, because the F80 can turn slightly better at high speed than the C Meteor. Okay, we are approaching the Allies now. One of them just crashed. Okay, now since another ally just died, and I'm pretty sure there's multiple enemies here. And as you will see, pretty much the whole team is here. The whole enemy team. Now I'm just taking my time and choosing the right target. I'm going for the closest one, but he rips his wings. Switch to the 262. Okay. Switch to another 262. You need to be really careful with the rolls on the F80, because you can snap your wings if you are too violent on the controls. Okay, so I'm zooming back up. I know there's nothing in front of me, so I'm looking backwards and zooming up so I can pay attention if something is following me. I'm moving around in the clouds because I know they can't see me. Now I see the Meteor is in trouble because of the tracers. Now I'm just trying to, not even trying to kill anything, just trying to force them off the Meteor. I got the kill on the first 262 I got shot. Unfortunately, I failed to save the Meteor. Note that I'm not using WEP at the moment. That's mostly because you overheat, and I usually use 20 minutes of fuel for maximum performance. So I'm just using WEP when I zoom climbing back up. The 262C is on me. I know for a fact that he's using the boosters because he's catching me at a really high pace. Another interesting thing is that the F80 does not break in negative Gs, so you can use that to dodge people that are straight behind you. I know there's nobody behind me, so I'm zooming straight up to the 262. Couple of shots, nothing hit. I should have killed the engine when I was installed, so I would recover faster. Now I'm just waiting for the 262 to come back on me. I'm only doing this because I know the 262 guns are really slow velocity, so he has to pitch up really high just to hit me. If that was any other plane, I would have been dead. So I don't recommend you doing that unless you really know you can manage it. Now I know that 262 will out-accelerate me, so I'm just going to run away for a while because he does have two engines. Meanwhile, while I was fighting 262, the Venom pretty much cleaned up half of their team, as expected. More hits on the 262. The other 262 is off me, the C variant. I'm pretty sure his boosters have run away as well. Assist on the 262. A bit of a sketchy head-on. Should not have probably done that. I'm just trying to get on his tail, or at least distract him so the Venom can get him, and he does. go. Okay, 3 guys remaining on the enemy team. Or 2, and didn't catch it. There's 1 guy. Yes, 2 enemies remaining. Just tagging them so the rest of the team can see him. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to say about the recent changes that happened to the F80's sabers and CLs is that the M3 Brolin machine guns have gotten a recent change, which really affect of the performance of the guns. And what that means is that the API, the infamous laser tracer belt, is pretty much ineffective now. I'm not sure if they changed the penetration values of the bullets, or did they change the damage models on the rest of the planes. Okay, I know the Horton does not have the engine power to pull up after me, so I'm making him stall out. Cutting the throttle, getting the air brakes on, just so I don't lose him. There we go. 260 on fire, 209 on fire. Since it is an engine fire, so I don't really trust that much the engine fires so much, so I'm gonna keep track on it. He seems to be going down. Might as well get a few more hits on it. There we go. 229. That, well, at least he performed sharp landing. Okay, 1 more enemy remaining. He's close to the Venom, I think. So I'm not gonna waste time in the run after the 262 because there's 2 guys on him. If the Venom was alone on him, I would probably help him, but no need. So I'm just gonna show you that even with the Omni belt, you can easily destroy medium tanks and light pillboxes. So there is always 1 guy AFK climbing or just being an asshole, you can always just switch to destroying the secondary objective, and that is the ground forces. Note that on the first pass I'm looking where the entrance of the pillbox is. I'm just lining up. Yes, another advice for flying the F80 is that when you're flying over 750 in speed, that you use only the mouse so you don't snap your wings off. And I'm slowly approaching the pillbox. Show you straight in the entrance. There we go. And I mean, while I was killing the pillbox, the 262 has died as well. You can also kill the pillbox from the rear side as well, which I'm going to show you now. There are small openings on the back side, which you can use. You do waste a lot of ammo trying to do this, so just don't do this on the beginning of the match. Try to do that if something like this happens. And that's it. Pretty decent, easy match. Nothing special happened, but it is, for starters, not bad. I'll try to cover the F80 on the Hokkaido map, which is the most challenging thing. And for the next video, I'll be covering the F80c A5 saber in the stock format. No, in the fully upgraded format. That's it. Thank you guys for staying by and watching. See you in the next one.